Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at South Acres Field in Plattsburgh. We're here for game number 3 in a best of 3 series, opening round series featuring Big Brother and Latremores. Leadoff batter for Latremores will be Rick Lamberton. Ken Levine, senior pitching. Behind the plate, Bob Hall for Big Brother. Series all tied up at 1-1. This is the final game of the best of 3. This is opening round. This is for the final spot. The other 7 quarterfinalists have been determined. 8 teams will go to the finals in the quarterfinals. And the Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League. And these are the only 2 clubs that haven't decided who's going yet. Second baseman Kyle Castine, the batter.
Come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Okay, come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on. There you go.
Strike 1.
Come on, babe.
1 out. Ball.
Come on, big Kyle. Come on, babe.
Castine rips a single up the middle. Base runner with 1 out. And the batter will be the pitcher, Alan Babby.
Base hit, Big Al. Come on, you guys. Quick throw to second now. Quick throw to second. Come on, Al. Come on, babe.
Strike 1.
Come on, Big Al. Come on, Big Al.
Talking with the umpire behind the plate earlier. Not sure of his name, but he's umpiring in the Al Sable League, medium pitch league. Might even be fast pitch down there in Al Sable. I believe it's medium. Anyway, he said it's the first time in about 3 years that he's umpired a slow pitch game, so he's going to have a little trouble on the arc, but whatever arc he establishes at the start of the game, that's what he'll call throughout the game. So the pitchers are going to get used to whatever he calls. Umpire on the bases is John Musso from the Press Republican Club. Dave Smith and left center grabs. Castine is in there. They were blocked by Bob Hall, but he slid in there. So with 2 outs, we have a base runner at second. And Todd DiOrio, the batter.
Base hit, Todd. We want a base hit, Todd. Go down out there. Go. Forget it. Shake it. Shake it up. Time. Umpire, time. Time. Do I have a courtesy runner for him?
Yep. What do you want? Just have to land. Go ahead,
Collins will command a courtesy run for Kyle Castine. Kyle limps off. Ronnie Tetro asked Bob Hall if they could have a courtesy runner. Hall said certainly, anybody except Rick Lamberton. He has seen Lamberton run, obviously.
Keep moving, Dave. Keep moving on base hit. 2 outs.
Pitch is deep. Ball.
Come on, Todd. Base hit, Todd. Come on, Todd.
Strike.
Earlier, please. Go earlier, please. Come on, Todd. Come on,
Smith will not get it. And Dave Collins scores. He was playing DiOrio very deep.
Come on, Billy boy.
And Latremore scores here in the first inning. Batter now, Bill Forkey. Pitch from Levine. Well hit. This could go. Nope. Not quite enough on it. Corky gave it a ride, but it was caught at the fence. And after 1/2 inning of play, the score, Latremore's 1. Big Brother coming to bat. Johnny Red, John Ashline, the batter. He's had about 3 inches of hair cut off the back of his head. Probably makes him a faster runner. He's going to lead off here for Big Brother. He looks at strike 1. Pitching for Latremore's Alan Babby. Behind the plate, Bill Forkey. First base, Randy Tatro. Has a leadoff single for Ashline. Reed tosses it in. Second base, Kyle Castine. Shortstop, Ronnie Tatro. Third base, Dave Collins. Left field, Rick Lamberton. Left center field, Tom Reed. Right center field, Todd DiOrio. Right field, Tony Musso. Also here and available for duty is Andre Tatro. Gary Levine, the batter, with 1 out, 1 on and nobody out. Bottom of the first inning. Way deep. 1-1.
Come on, now it's time. You're a run, Gary, if you get on now, come on.
Fair ball. He's going to put runners at the corners. Levine stuck his bat out and drove it right down that line. A beautiful base hit for Gary Levine. And we have runners at the corners and a couple of sluggers due up. Art Guerin, I guess he poked a couple of them last night. I was talking with him earlier. He said first one he hit was off the lights. Hit it off the top of the lights out there in left field. Or maybe it was left center field, but wherever it was. That was a poke. Umpire notifying both teams that third base is going to be loose. They can't tie it down. They'll have to watch their footing going around there. Art Guerin, the batter. Nobody out. Too much Art. And deep. Ball 1. Big Brother threatening here in the bottom of the first with nobody down. Ball 2. Babby pitching very carefully to Guerin. Strike. 2 balls and a strike. Right 2. Guerin, a good all-around hitter. He'll go for the base hit. He can power it over the fence, but he'll go for the base hit too. Taken by Tom Reed. Ashline scores to tie it. Levine slides safely into second. And it's talking now whether to put Dave Smith on. I would pitch to Smith. He's a dangerous hitter on his field, but overall he's not a good batter. He hits a lot of home runs, but he's only got a couple hundred. Batting average only in the 200s, I believe. So they'll put him on. Roger Dupree, the batter now. Not familiar with Dupree. First time I recall seeing him. And a parking lot foul. The runners at first and second with one out. Tie ball game. Bottom of the first inning. Loser will call it a season. Too much art. Winner will go on to compete in the quarterfinals in the Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League. Ball 2 and 1. Ball 3. 3 and 1 to score. Loads him up. Dupree, after fouling off the first pitch, walks on 4 straight. Let's bring up Street. Johnny Street. Lamberton grabs. Throw comes into third, and it's a 2-1 ball game. This is Robbie Lapierre. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Big Brother leading Latremore 2-1. We're in the bottom of the first. Pitch from Alan Babby. On the ground. Ronnie Tatro will go to third. And that'll be it in the first. After 1 full inning, Big Brother leads 2-1. Tony Musso, the batter, who will lead off the second inning for Latremores. They're still over there trying to tie down third base, but apparently with not much luck. Strike 1 to Musso. Ball 1, 1-1. Foul ball. Oh, might have gotten him. That had been fair. Well, 2 strikes on Musso. He's going to have to keep it in fair territory. Keep it between the lines. And a pitch. Up the middle, base hit. Oh, leadoff single for Tony Musso. Potential tying run at first base for Latremores. And a batter, Randy Tatro. Up the middle, base hit. Musso will stop at second. Randy Tatro has a base hit. Latremores threatening to score here in the second. Team manager, shortstop, Ronnie Tatro, the batter. Takes up ball 1. In the gap. Tony Musso scores. Ronnie Tatro in at third. I don't know why Randy Tatro came home on that. Nobody out, runners at second and third. I don't know why that chance was taken. Unless they thought nobody was covering home.
What's that make it? 3-1? Yep. Nice back, Ronnie! Dave!
Oh, all knotted up here, 2-2. Dave Collins, the batter. Strike one. Potential lead run at third. Top of the second, there's a base hit. Nothing but hits in their bats. Ronnie Tatro scores, makes it 3-2. And Collins on at first. Tom Reed, the batter now. One down. Come back to Levine. He goes to short to first. Not in time. That's 2 outs. Reed reaches on the fielder's choice. Top of the order coming up now. Rick Lamberton, the batter. It's a ball one.
Tommy, 2 down, Tommy. Let's go!
Okay, come on, man.
Come on!
Lamberton gave it a ride, but it's a long out. And we go now to the bottom of the second with Latremore is holding a 3-2 lead over Big Brother. Leading off the bottom of the second, Tom Parent. Team trailing by 1. Pitch from Alan Babby. Ball 1. Ball 2.
Let's get him!
3-0.
Go get him, Tommy! Still ahead now!
3-1. This game is being played on Tuesday, the 18th. Parent gives it a ride. Yo-yo, big error. Parent's going to hustle his way into third. Oh, 3-base error for the right center fielder. Potential tying run. At third, nobody out, and Ken Levine Jr., the batter, is Papa Ken Levine Sr. on deck. And the pitch from Babby. Ball 1. This game was played on Tuesday, as I said. On Monday, these two clubs met. With Big Brother taking the win. I think it was something like 11-4. A base hit, that'll tie the game at 3-3. And today's paper, Tuesday's paper, the Press Republican said this series was all over with. They've given the series to Big Brother. But the series is still very much alive as we're taping it. Of course, as you're watching it, it's no longer alive, but it is while I'm here. This is Ken Levine Sr. with nobody out. Lead run at first, bottom of the second. Popped up. Kyle Castine going back. He's got it. We have 1 down. And the catcher, Bob Hall, league president.
Take it out! Here! Take it out! Remember, we're still ahead of him.
and potential double play threat. Pitch from Babby. Tatro to second to first, double play. We're tied 3-3 after 2. We're going out to the top of the third inning. To lead off the third, it'll be Kyle Castine with Alan Babby on deck. In the Monday night game between these two teams, Todd DeOyo was a little emphatic in disagreeing with an umpire's call and was ejected from the ball game. Latremore has had exactly 10 players. He drops in the gap. Castine will stretch it to 2. He'll stop and get back just in time. Oh, a gap and a double for Kyle Castine to lead off the third inning. I'll bring up Alan Babby with DeOyo on deck. And Castine says he'll run. Doesn't need a pinch runner this time, a courtesy runner, I should say. So I've never given it much thought before, but with DeOyo out of the lineup and nobody to put in, every time his spot came up in the batting order, it was an automatic out. In the line, inside the line, Babby thinks twice, stops at first, but he drives in to go-ahead run. Kyle Castine scores, and Latremore leads 4-3. A single to the opposite field for Alan Babby, just a foot or so inside the foul line.
What's your name on the ball? Come on, Todd. Come on, Todd. Come on. Beat it, Todd.
Last night's ball game very costly once DeOyo was tossed out. An automatic out every time he came up, or it was scheduled to come up, but nobody in there to replace him. There's a strike, 1-1. Popped up. Gary Levine will grab. We have one down. The batter, Bill Forkey. Forkey put it to the fence his first time up. And a pitch from Levine. Popped up. Looks like Forkey's looking for the fence again. Popped up again. Forkey better forget about the long ball and go for a base hit.
I got you.
One hopper's as good as a line shot right here.
Opposite way, just a long, high can of corn. Throw to second, gets away, and Babby will be in there. I think they would have had him if the ball hadn't gotten away. Two outs. Tony Musso, the batter.
Go him out on a hit, John. Go him out. Hey, Tony.
Top of the third inning, 2 outs. Latrimore's leading Big Brother 4-3. Foul ball. Liner to Gary Levine. He pulls it down. That'll be it for the top of the inning. We're going out to the bottom of the third with Latremore leading Big Brother by a score of 4-3.
Come on, we're still ahead. Johnny, let's go, Johnny! Come on now. Go, Johnny Red!
John Ashline, the batter to lead off. Bottom of the third.
Come on, Johnny.
We've had runs across in every half inning thus far. Strike one. And I'm certain that Big Brother would like to keep that streak going. Foul ball.
Johnny, you got 2 strikes, you gotta have you on. Remember, we're still ahead in the game. One more hole! Johnny, remember, we're still ahead. Your last up, Johnny, we're still ahead.
Strike him out, Bobby, strike him out!
Go, Johnny.
No balls, 2 strikes. Tetro going back. Nice play by the shortstop. 1 out. Third baseman Gary Levine, the batter.
Sting it, Gary! Sting it, Gary! Sting it! Sting the ball, Gary!
There you go.
Gary, sting the ball! Sting the ball, Gary!
Strike.
Go for Babe Ruth, Gary! For Babe Ruth, sting the ball! Come on!
Too much arc, but he hit it anyway. Tetro, excuse me, Kyle Castine throws to Ronnie Tetro. Umpire called too much arc. Batter has the option of swinging at it. Levine did, but he gave up halfway down the first baseline. Art Guerin, the batter.
You're the third one, 1, 2, 3!
Come on, Artie! Come on, Artie, let's have you! Hey, Artie, we're all in this game here. Come on, Artie!
Good call, Mr. Umpire. Good call.
Come on, Artie, we're all in the game together, Artie!
Too much arc. Ball 2.
You ought to just put you on, Artie!
Deep. He hit that a mile high. Deep at the fence. Lamberton ran out of real estate. Stuck up his glove and caught it. Guerin hit that a mile high, but a yard short. Nothing across for Big Brother. We go now to the top of the 4th inning with Latrimore's leading Big Brother 4-3. Randy Tetro, the batter, to lead off the 4th inning. Dave Smith calling. He grabs it. Never a sure thing when Smith is going after the ball. Keeps it interesting. So Tetro's out. Let's bring up Ronnie Tetro, the shortstop.
Go, Ronnie. Gotta have you, Ronnie. Ronnie beats it now. Ronnie beats it just like last time.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Pitch from Levine. Strike 1.
Come on, babe.
There you go. Drop it. Get out!
Latremore gets 2 bases. Smith taking time to smell the flowers out there. As I said, it's always an adventure when Smith is chasing a ball, and that was an example. This will bring up third baseman Dave Collins.
One down out there, one down. Come on, babe. Come on,
Dave, it's yours, Deep.
Strike one. Base hit right inside the line. Beautiful hit by Collins. Latremore will stop at third. Batter now Tom Reed. One out. Runners at the corners. 4th inning. Latrimore's leading big brother 4-3. Off the fist, Guerin going back. No, he's not going to get that one. Latremore scores. Collins had to hold up, but he's in there at second. Reed wasn't too satisfied when that came off the bat, but he's happy now. Top of the order now, Rick Lamberton. Reed hit it off the fist on the top of the bat. Just a little blooper that managed to get over the first baseman. Lamberton hits it up the middle. That's going to score Collins. Reed very smartly staying planted at second. Oh, Rick Lamberton drives in a run, and that makes it about 6-3. One out, runners at first and second. Kyle Castine, he's reached twice thus far. Strike to Castine, we're in trouble with our battery. Base hit. As you can see, Todd DiOrio is our batter. My battery died in the middle of this rally. And so did Alan Babby's bat. He just popped up to the catcher. We have Lamberton at third, Kyle Castine at second. 2 outs now. Todd DiOrio the batter. Ball 1 on deck, Bill Forkey. I believe it's 7-3. I'll check that score after the inning. Ball 2. Ball 3. 1 pitch away from loading him up. Ball 4. DiOrio will take the walk. Bases loaded for Bill Forkey. He's got the power to drive it. Will he go for the hit, though? Ball 1. Ball 2 just misses deep. 2-0, 2 outs. Strike 1, 2-1. Strike 2, Forkey. Looked like he wanted that one, but backed off at the last second. So 2-2, Forkey's gonna have to keep it between the lines. Deep, 3-2. Count is full, payoff pitch.
Make him work.
Ball 4, good eye from Forkey. Takes a little bit of courage to stand there and watch that ball go by when you have 2 strikes. But he gets an RBI the easy way. so to speak.
Big one there, Bill. That's a
Bases still loaded. Castine at third, Diorio at second, Forkey at first, and Tony Musso at bat. On the ground, Levine will just step on third. And that'll be it for the top of the fourth. We're going to go now to the bottom of the fourth inning with Latrimore's leading big brother. Beautiful job of hanging on to the ball by Randy Tatro. And batter's going to come back and apologize. That was Roger Dupree.
Way to D, Randy. Way to D.
He's out number 2. We're still having battery problems as the inning began with Dave Smith flying out deep to Rick Lamberton. So there are 2 down for Big Brother. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. The score 8-3.
Come on, Al. Pitch to him.
The batter, Johnny Street. Ball 1 to Street.
Yeah.
Ball 2. Pitch from Babby. Strike. 2 balls and a strike. Latremore is looking to make it 3 out of the 8.
There it is.
Going to the quarterfinals. Thrown to Lamberton. Nothing across for Big Brother. In the fourth, after 4 full, it's Latrimore's 8. Big Brother 3, as I was saying. Latremore is trying to make it 3 out of the 8 from the going to the quarterfinals. Here's the quarterfinals in the Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League. They want to make it 3 out of 8 from the Lake Champlain League, former Lake Champlain teams. Latrimore's, Barcombs, and K&L. And the Fentex roster has a few former Lake Champlain League players. They're also in the quarterfinals. We're going now to the top of the 5th inning, with Latremore is holding a 5-run lead.
Come on, Ronnie, gonna start back up again.
Randy Tatro, first ball hitting, drill it deep to Dave Smith. Of course, all the people, the veterans of watching this program know you don't swing at a first pitch when you're leading off an inning. When I am taping, I was strike 1 as Ronnie Tatro steps in. I was talking to Dick Perry between innings, trying to make sure I got the playoff schedule for the quarterfinal round. Dick Perry, the league secretary treasurer. Strike. And depending on who wins this game determines who's going to be playing where tomorrow night. Out of the batter's box. We haven't seen that call all year. This guy comes in here and starts enforcing it. There's no batter's box left out there. If there was one earlier tonight, I'm not sure if there was. I got here for the women's game. I'm not sure if there was a batter's box out there. There usually is, but it has long since been destroyed. Collins, the batter. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. 1-1. Popped up. 3 up, 3 down for Latremore as we're going to the bottom of the 5th. With our score, Latremore's 8, Big Brother 3. Robbie Lapierre, the batter, will be leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. Looks like he's filling in the... Doesn't like that big hole there in the batter's box. So he fills it in. Next guy come up there and he'll clear it out.
Come on, you have all day to get ready. Get in there. Come on, Robbie. Come on, Robbie. You don't need an excuse to swing. Come on, Big Al.
Pitch from Babby. Ball one. What can you say? There was just no way Rick Lamberton was going to catch up with that ball, but he did.
Come on now, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. Come on, Tommy.
Beautiful play in left field by Rick Lamberton. Tom Parent, the batter.
Oh, illegal.
Too much arc, ball one.
Come on now, Tommy. Pitch.
Strike one, 1-1.
That's another one.
Knocked down by Babby. That's about all they're going to do with it.
All right, no problem. Time it down. One down, up there.
Double play.
Oh, Parent reaches.
Right last time, Junior. Come on.
And Ken Levine Jr., the batter.
Need you. There you go. Yes,
Strike one.
Where the pitch at? That's two. All right, where the pitch?
Two down. And Ken Levine Sr., the pitcher, steps in.
Go with your power. No, go with your power.
Big brother trailing by 5. And need base runners. Ball one.
That's it.
Strike one.
1, 2, 3.
Andy Tatchell grabbed it. He's looking to put a tag on Parent, but that's the third and final out of the inning. That's going to take us to the top of the 6th. Where Latremore is holding on to a 5-run, 8-3 advantage over Big Brother.
Come on, Tommy. Get us going now, Tom.
Left center fielder Tom Reed.
Come on, Tom. Get us going now, Tom. Come on, Tommy. Get that hole up there by second.
Leading off the top of the 6th. The pitch is in, he swings, drills it into center for a base hit.
Getting going, Ricky. Come on, Rick. Keep it up.
And it brings up the top of the order now, Rick Lamberton. First pitch is hit through the middle. Reed's going to go to third. Lamberton's going to go into second. They're still bobbling around out there. Reed will hold up. Lamberton will stop at second. They're kicking it around a little bit out in center field. Having a little soccer game. A little one-on-one soccer out there. In the meantime, Reed goes to third and Lamberton to second. Nobody out. And Latremore is threatening to score again in the 6th inning. The 5th was the only inning that they did not score in.
Come on, Kyle. You still got
They scored 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 4 in the 4th. Nothing in the 5th. Big Brother scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and 1 in the 2nd, and have been scoreless in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning. Kyle Castine, the batter. Is that a deep one? 2 balls and a strike to count. Popped up. It should be enough to get Reed home. Smith grabs. Reed advances. Lamberton stays in at second. Parent helps him up. It's now a 9-3 game. 1 out, and the pitcher, Alan Babby, the batter. Strike one.
Come on, babe. Come on, babe. Come on, babe.
Fair ball right down the line. That'll easily score Lamberton. Babby will stand in at second. 10-3 the score. Todd Diorio the batter.
Rip this ball. Come on, Todd. Do it, Todd, buddy.
Pitch from Levine. Strike one.
Let's go. Come on, Ryan. Get them guys up.
Ashline hustles it in. Babby's going to score.
Come
11-3 now. Diorio with a base hit. Batter Bill Forkey. On the ground, Guerin. Go to second. 2 down. Forkey will reach on the fielder's choice.
on, Tony. Come on, Tony. Keep it going.
Forkey going for the base hit. Batter Tony Musso. Could be trouble. Drops in. Forkey in at third. Musso with a bloop single.
Let's go! Come on, Randy!
Randy Tatro the batter.
Yes, sir! Come on!
Player go to second with a period apparent. And that'll be it for the top of the sixth. We go to the bottom of the sixth with the score. Latremore's 11, Big Brother 3. Jim Schultes pinch hitting for Bob Hall to lead off the sixth inning. Team trailing by 8, 11-3. Hit right down the third baseline by Collins. That'll be a leadoff single. So Schultes, a successful pinch hitter. Top of the order now, John Ashline, the batter.
Come on, Johnny!
Come on, Johnny, baby! Crack the ball, Johnny, crack it!
Ashline drives it to Diorio. We have 1 down. Gary Levine, the batter. On the ground, off Babby's glove. He tried. Unbelievable attempt. Babby tried to underhand it between Tatro's legs to Castine. If they had gotten that force, we would have sent it to Mel Allen. But it'll go as an infield hit for Gary Levine. Runners at first and second with 1 out. And Art Guerin, the batter. Team trailing by 8. Guerin smart enough to go for the base hit. He got the power to hit it over, but I would be surprised if he heads for the fences at this point. Pitch from Babby. On the ground. Tatro to Castine to first. Yes! John Musso looked at it, made sure the ball was hung on to, and made the call. It was a bang-banger. Art Guerin wants a copy of the tape. We'll show that on slow motion. Nothing across. The Big Brother team all agrees it was a bad call. I really have no opinion until I see the tape. I've had too many that I thought were good and too many that I thought were bad that I was proved wrong on. So I'll decide how good a call it is after I look at the slow-mo on it. Going to the top of the 7th. The score remains Latremores 11, Big Brother 3. Ronnie Tatro leading off the top of the 7th inning with a base hit. John Ashline hustles it in. Team manager Ronnie Tatro leading off the 7th with a single. Batter now Dave Collins, the third baseman.
Come on, Dave. One pitch. Base hit it there, Dave. Let's go. Look at that hole they got. Let's go. That's a hole.
Safe at first. Up here, the parent to Guerin. Collins reaches on the fielder's choice. 1 out. Tom Reed, the batter. Ball 1. Ball 2. Strike. 2-1. In the gap. Nope. Cut off by Ashline. Reed trying to stretch. He's going to be out. Reed apparently thought the throw might go on to third. Tried to stretch that into 2. Collins settles at third, but we have 2 outs now. And top of the order, Rick Lamberton, the batter.
Come on, Rick. Get him in. Base hit. Bring him in, Ricky.
11-3. Strike 1. Pitch to Lamberton. Too much art. 1-1. Opening game of the series. Latremores won at 10-8. Liner right back to Levine. Stuck his glove out by his shoulder and pulled it in. Game number 2. Big Brother took it 11-4. And this one here, going into the bottom of the 7th, Latremore leads Big Brother 11-3. Third and final game of the series. Trailing by 8. Big Brother will send up their cleanup batter, Dave Smith, Roger Dupree, and Johnny Street, with Rob Lapierre in the hole. They'll have to send up at least 4 more batters to tie it. Big Brother in a big hole.
That's your pitch.
And Smith lines a single into left. Misplayed by Lamberton. And Smith goes into second. Oh, Big Brother should just forget about Smith and make believe Roger Dupree here is the first batter of the game, of the inning. Smith's run absolutely meaningless. Pitch from Babby to Dupree. Strike 1. With 4 leagues going hot and heavy in the playoffs. Very difficult to cover everyone. We're doing our best.
Come on, Al.
Foul ball by Dupree. No balls, 2 strikes to the batter.
Illegal.
Too much arc. 1 and 2.
Come on, big out.
Nobby's foot tosses to Tatro. Puts a tag on it to come off the bag to make the play. Dupree. I'm sure if he'd been a lot of other players would have been bowling over Tatro on that one. But he didn't. I think that's more of the way the game should be played rather than playing tackle softball. Johnny Street hits it, gets by Lamberton. He's going for the catch. Reed backing up, throwing to third, and Street will be in. And it's an 11-4 ball game. Rob Lapierre, the batter. Lapierre was the one in the first game who coined the phrase, make them wait till 88.
Come on, Alan. Here we go. Come on, big out. Come on, big out.
Ball 1. On the ground, Collins with a nice pickup. To first, 2 down. And Street stays put. He knows his run doesn't mean a thing. Tom Parent, the second baseman. A final hope here for Big Brother in 1987. A team trailing 11-4. A season about to come to an end, apparently. Pitch from Alan Babby. Ball 1. Latremore is looking to advance in the playoffs. Strike 1-1. Latremore will have the unenviable task as the balls hit to Kyle Castine, thrown to Randy Tatro. And that's the end of the season for Big Brother. Latremore will continue. Latremore will have the unenviable task of playing against K&L Plumbing and Heating. That'll be a 6:30 game at South Acres on Wednesday. Another semi-quarterfinal action. Rigsby's will play Cornines. The Press Republican will play Fentex. And Barcombs will play Mr. Sub. That's the quarterfinal action in the Gentlemen's Slow Pitch League. So Latrimore's next stop, the 28-2 K&L Club.